An lived by the Red River. Its waters nourished his rice fields, fields that were his lifeblood. Each morning he greeted the rising sun, its golden rays painting the water a shimmering red. The river, the sun, and the rice paddies were all part of him, woven into the fabric of his being, and tended to his rice with the love of a father. He knew each furrow, each blade of green. His heart swelled with pride as he watched his fields thrive. Anne's family depended on the rice harvest. It was their sustenance, their security. But beyond that, it was a sacred duty, a legacy passed down through generations. To cultivate rice was to honor the land, to respect the cycle of life, and understood this implicitly. It was more than a job, it was his calling. The rains came late that year, and watched the skies anxiously. The clouds gathered heavy and dark, but they offered no respite. The sun, usually a welcome companion, beat down mercilessly, scorching the earth. The rice seedlings, once vibrant and full of promise, began to wither. The leaves, once a healthy green, turned yellow and brittle. Days turned into weeks, the drought tightening its grip on the land. The river, once full and generous, dwindled to a trickle. Anne's heart grew heavy. He had faced challenges before, but this felt different, this felt ominous. The whispers of despair began to circulate among the villagers. Fear spread through the village like a virus. The once hopeful chatter of farmers was replaced by grim silence. The parched earth yielded nothing but dust and despair. Many villagers, their spirits broken, abandoned their fields. They packed their meager belongings and sought refuge elsewhere, leaving behind the only life they had ever known. And saw the fear in his wife's eyes, the worry etched on his children's faces. He understood their apprehension, their growing desperation. He too felt the sting of uncertainty. Yet deep within him, a flicker of hope remained, fueled by a stubborn refusal to surrender. Anne looked at his reflection in the dwindling river. His face was weathered, etched with worry lines, but his eyes, they held a spark of defiance. He would not yield. He would not let the drought break him. He remembered the stories of his ancestors, their struggles and triumphs. They faced hardship with unwavering resilience. Their blood flowed in his veins. And knew he had to act, to find a way to save his crop, his family, his village. He remembered the whispers of the village elders, tales of ancient techniques, forgotten wisdom. There had to be a way, a glimmer of hope in the face of despair. He would find it. He had to. And sought the counsel of the village elders. He listened intently as they shared their knowledge, passed down through generations. They spoke of weeding techniques to conserve moisture, of enriching the soil with natural fertilizers. They taught him the art of creating efficient drainage systems to maximize the use of every precious drop of water, and worked tirelessly, his hands calloused, his spirit undeterred. He meticulously removed every weed, ensuring each rice plant had space to breathe. He nurtured the soil with compost, breathing life back into the parched earth. He dug channels, directing the scarce water to where it was needed most. Anne's perseverance was rewarded. As if by magic, the rice stalks began to revive. The leaves regained their vibrant green hue, reaching towards the sky. The air, once heavy with despair, now buzzed with the sound of life. The villagers, initially skeptical, watched in amazement as Anne's rice fields flourished. When harvest time arrived, Anne's fields yielded a bounty unseen in years. His family rejoiced, their faces radiant with relief and gratitude. The villagers, humbled and inspired, sought Anne's guidance, eager to learn from his resilience, and shared his knowledge freely, his heart overflowing with joy. He had not only saved his family, but also breathed life back into his village.